If I was able to create my own ultimate supergroup consisting of a drummer, a rhythm guitar player, a bass player, a lead guitar player, and a singer, this is who I would pick. Hola mi amigos. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. So I just want to make this quick little video. I thought it'd be fun to, if I could pick my own band and make the ultimate supergroup, who would I pick? Number one, my drummer would be John Bonham from Led Zeppelin. A band is only as good as its drummer, and some say the drummer is the most important person in the band because they keep the time. I agree with that because I used to play percussion in high school, so even to this day I hear the drums more than anything when I listen to music. And in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions, John Bonham is the greatest drummer of all time. Please tell me who's better. Bonzo is the only person on my list who is not alive presently. He tragically died on September 25th, 1980, after a rough night of drinking. This unfortunately marked the end of Led Zeppelin. What a shame. Just imagine what they could have come up with if they would have all stayed together. Okay, moving on. My rhythm guitar player is none other than James Hetfield of Metallica. I originally wasn't going to have a rhythm guitar player on my list, but it was just too tempting for any excuse to throw James Hetfield into the mix. He's widely known for his aggressive style and his downpicking. He's definitely a legend, and Metallica is my favorite band that is still together. Overall, my favorite band was Oasis, but obviously they broke up, so. I'm proud to say that I've met James Hetfield, and he's given me a hug. Not very many people can say that. I've seen Metallica live 11 times so far, and coming next year in 2023, it will be 13 times because I'm going to see them twice in LA. Can't wait. You know, I want to hear from you and see if you agree with me on all my picks, or some of them, or none of them. Who do you think should be on the list? I'm really dying to know, so leave me a comment. Yeah, James is a legend. Speaking of legends, my bass player is Peter Hook. Best known for his work in New Order, but he started out in a band called Joy Division, and unfortunately they broke up after their lead singer Ian Curtis killed himself. He's also been in other side bands like Monaco and Revenge, and Monaco is a really, really great band. If you've never listened to that album called Music for Pleasure, you are missing out because there are some definite classic bass lines on that album. I've always said, if you hear one of Peter Hook's bass lines, you know it's him. It's so distinctive, and he's so talented, and he writes great songs, so that's why I picked him. I'd say he's definitely the most controversial pick in my list, because I'm sure a lot of people would have picked John Paul Jones or even Les Claypool from Primus, but who cares about them? This is my list, and Peter Hook is my choice for bass player. He's the best in my opinion, so yeah, let's move on. My lead guitar player would be John Petrucci from the band Dream Theater. I've said this since 1995 that he is the greatest guitar player to ever touch a guitar. And I know a lot of people who agree with me and a lot of people who disagree with me. Just because they're not mainstream and he's not known by everybody, you know, that's no reason to keep him off my list. Because he's so technical, it's beyond words. I just saw him live do a solo show with Mike Portnoy about a month ago. I saw him twice on that tour, and he's just the master. He's the best guitar player ever. I mean, if you disagree with me, listen to some of Dream Theater's work and then get back to me if you've never heard them. Some people say that his music doesn't have any soul to it, but I definitely disagree. A lot of people would pick, Clapton, Eddie Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix, but not me. For my pick, it's John Petrucci, which leads me to my favorite lead singer of all time, Rob Halford. You know him as the singer from Judas Priest. He was also in a band called Fight in the early to mid 90s. It was his band after he quit Judas Priest after the Painkiller tour. But man, what can you say about Rob Halford? The notes that he can hit, even he's over 70 years old, and I just saw him 7 months ago or something like that, and he can still hit the notes, and he didn't hold back at all. He's been singing for Judas Priest and other bands for over 50 years now. He can sing in 4 octaves. He is the metal god. I also got to meet him a few years ago. He was so great. I put my arm around him for the picture and I whispered into his ear, "Thank you for the music. It's an honor to meet you." So he's my pick for lead singer in my ultimate supergroup. As I said earlier, I'm really curious to know who you would pick in your band. So please leave it in the comments. That ought to be fun to read. And just wanted to say thank you so much for taking your time to watch my little video. I really do appreciate it. And that's it for now. Bye for now.